Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today let's predict Tesla stock. I am a swing investor, and I will not consider the price changes of a stock 1 month later. This channel only makes short-term price predictions for stocks, usually 1 to 3 weeks. Welcome to subscribe to this channel. Tesla stock rebounded again on Thursday, which makes the stock still in a consolidation trend technically. This also means that the bulls of the stock are still trying to maintain the stock price, but the signal of capital selling is also very obvious. Although the current stock price is still maintained at a certain height, the current correction pressure faced by the stock seems to be increasing. On Tuesday, the stock retreated sharply after the high, and the trading volume on that day was significantly enlarged, which seems to prove the existence of such pressure. The current position of the stock has a 60% profit margin compared to the lowest price in April, which means that the profitable positions in the low area still have the motivation to sell further. If the stock rises further, then the market must release these bearish forces. But it seems uncertain whether the bulls can digest the chips sold by the shorts at the current position, and perhaps a bigger sell-off is still to come. Through the 30-minute chart of the stock, we can see that the price trajectory of the stock in the past 4 weeks is very clear. The stock was in a consolidation cycle from April 28th to May 8th, and a large amount of long capital should have accumulated here, so the bulls pushed the stock price to more than $330 in just 3 trading days from May 9th to 13th. The stock entered a consolidation cycle again on May 14th, and the stock price did not rise further afterwards, indicating that the stock was again under pressure from short sellers above $330. Although the bulls are still trying to maintain the stock price, it seems difficult for the stock price to break through the $354 level. If the stock price adjusts downward after the consolidation cycle, the support position of the stock is also very obvious. $310 and $290 are both key support positions. It seems that it is not easy for the bears to significantly lower the stock price, but the stock's next trend is still unclear, and the stock price is still at risk of a significant downward adjustment. We can see from the position distribution of the stock. In the past 2 weeks, the stock's position volume in the $320 to $354.90 area has increased significantly. A large amount of funds should have exited the market here, but the current stock price is still maintained at a certain height, indicating that the market still does not want the stock price to fall. This also means that the stock may still rise further in the future, but the current stock price has formed a certain resistance in the $354.90 area, and the shorts may still suppress the stock price in this area. The stock currently has a large number of positions distributed in the $291.90 to $261.50 area, and there are also a large number of positions distributed in the area below this area, which shows that the long capital that entered the market at a low level has not completely exited the market, which is why the stock price has not fallen significantly recently. The stock currently has a huge gap in the $291.90 to $320 area, and the position distribution in this area is relatively small, which means that the current price has a large profit margin for the long capital that entered the market below $291. If the profit plate chooses to sell, the stock price is likely to fall into this area for consolidation. When the time enters May, there are currently 9 analysts who have rated the stock. Among them, 6 analysts rated Tesla stock as buy, and the price target is above $350, with the highest price target being $450. Although this sampling data is a bit small, it still reflects that the current good technical form of the stock and the company's fundamentals will support further increases in the stock price in the future, but the stock is still at risk of a sharp downward adjustment in the short term. This is the option data based on the distribution of strike prices for Tesla stock's trading volume expiring on May 30th. We can see that the stock has a higher proportion of call option transactions. The strike price range with a higher proportion of call option trading volume is between $332.50 and $400. The strike price range with a higher proportion of put option trading volume is between $345 and $300. It is worth noting that the $300 put option trading volume has been significantly enlarged. Does this reflect that the stock is still at risk of a sharp downward adjustment in the short term? This is the recent capital flow data for TeslaStock. We can see that the stock has entered a consolidation trend since May 12th, and the net outflow of funds has increased significantly. Although the current stock price remains at a certain height, does this indicate that some capital is taking advantage of the market's buying enthusiasm to exit the market to avoid the risk of a stock price correction? I think this is possible. If the stock price rises further in the future, this will increase the risk of a sharp drop in the stock price in the future. If the stock price rises further and challenges the $400 level in the future, the stock price should be adjusted downward significantly after this wave of consolidation, which can completely release this wave of bearish power. Because the stock has accumulated a large number of profitable positions in March and April, the stock currently seems to be facing the pressure of a technical correction. Of course, if the stock price adjusts downward, the position of the stock is also obvious, which has been analyzed before. So will $300 be the bottom price? I think this is possible. The stock has a large number of positions distributed in the area below $291. So the possibility of the stock price falling below this price is not great, but the position of $300 is possible. In conclusion, I think this consolidation may end soon, and the stock price is not expected to break through the $355 level, and then the stock will enter a correction trend, and the target price will be around $300, and then the stock may start another uptrend. Okay guys, this is my price prediction for Tesla stock. Thank you for watching. If you agree with my analysis, please share and subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video.